Oh, that was a nice sip of chai. Hello, everybody. Welcome. How's everyone doing? Welcome to the Buying Blitz number 4. And with me is Mike Purdy. Hi, Mike.
Hey guys, nice
How's
to
it
see
going?
everyone.
And then we have a special guest here today, Southern Pride. How are you?
Y'all. I'm good. How are y'all?
Yeah, good to see you all. And good to see familiar people in the audience here. That's great. So, how's your week going so far, Mike? You are dealing with fires in your neighborhood, as I understand it, and also an earthquake this morning.
Yes, yeah, Southern California is on fire, but we're
Mm.
used to it. This happens every fall, every year. We typically don't get a lot of rain here, except in the winter. We get some rain, but the spring and summer just the summer dries everything out, and then towards the fall is when the fires usually start, and all hell breaks loose. So it's it's literally I could see the smoke and craziness right from my windows. So it's kind
Mm.
of normal. Yeah,
Yeah, stay,
in the
stay
Sierra
safe, man. Stay
Mountains.
safe. Stay safe.
Yeah, thank you.
Stay safe. Yeah. So I must add that Pam is not here today because she is on the road and has an unstable connection, but
Yep.
she'll be back in future episodes. But I see her in the audience. So hi, Pam.
Hey
Uh,
Pam.
Yeah.
and here, let's say hi to Southern Fried. So how are you?
I'm good. I was rushing around, and then I started getting nervous when this weather started moving in. We have HughesNet satellite, and we live in the country. And I'm like, oh no, no, no! I've got to be there. I've got to be there. So I would call my daughter-in-law this morning. I said, I'm coming over to use your house while y'all are at work today. So
What
that's where
part
I
of the
ended
country are
up,
you
so
in?
that I have a good connection.
Yeah, what part of the country? What region are you in?
I'm in Alabama.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So I think it would be fair to have the people watching here learn a little bit about you. So I understand that you are sort of like me. You're a technophile, but in
Yeah.
art, right? So please do give us some background about yourself.
Let's see. Well, I was a painter. I was a house painter. I know that people probably don't believe that, but I was a residential finish painter for almost 30 years. I worked for my dad's company. And then after he passed away, I got married again second time and raised up a whole bunch of kids. And then I just really would do lots of arts and crafts with the second ones that came up, the step ones. And when I found out I had cancer in 2014, I really started diving in my art because I thought to myself, all I got is boys, and they do not want my makeup or my clothes if something was to happen. So I started making things. I started making so many bracelets and just all kinds of art and stuff and paintings and just anything I could leave them behind that I knew that they would love or treasure. But I made it. So it's been 10 years and I'm still here and I still do so much of my art. I just love it. I've always had a paintbrush in my hand. So it's crazy, but I sold my first NFT in 2019. It's took me all this time to get to where we're at. So it's not a quick process when you're in the artistic journey by no means. You really have to work hard. And until this point, we had to do so much to just get seen. So that's why I love this so much. I love your vision. I love everything that y'all are doing here. The team is amazing. Y'all are making this it's taken so many steps out for us where we don't have to do that anymore, and it's going to be so big. I feel like it's going to be the only place for art in the future, because of the way it's more web 2ish, you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
people don't have to see all that mess because like the words NFTs, things like that, it is tainted, very tainted. So people, when you say digital asset, I don't know if you're familiar, there's another platform out there. It's not Web3, but they do the same thing with licensing. And it's really, really cool. It's innovative. I love this the whole concept of we don't have to worry about burning our work, things like that. I had to ask this morning in Telegram, how do I burn my Solana work? Because I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
how. So I'm learning every day. Still, it's a journey, and we're all in this together. I love it so much. So I think we lean on each other, all of us, and this is going to be so big and great and wonderful. And I'm so excited. And
Thank you.
oh, and
Thank
I've
you.
also purchased $2,100 worth of creators art this week, um, out of my sales. I felt like I was
Wow.
being blessed beyond measure, and I felt that it was only right thing to do to pay it forward. And I didn't really mean to spend $2,100. I meant to spend about 1,000, but there's so many talented artists in our community, and I was just a smitten, and I just, all the ones that spoke to me, I was like, I don't care how much it is, I'm just going to get it. I'm just going to get it.
Yeah,
So I think it's really important that that's how we grow too as a community, is to constantly support each other. And if you get a blessing, why not give a blessing? So
absolutely.
it's been a great week. It's been an
You've
amazing
given
week.
us a lot to unpack there. So let me just break it down a little bit first. First of all, let me tell you, let me say, I love what you were doing for your kids, where you wanted your art to be your legacy. I think there's just about every one of us is touched by cancer in some way. So first of all, congratulations on being cancer free and
Thank you.
making it like that. And I really love that idea of leaving art as a legacy for your kids.
Well, my
It's amazing.
mom did cross stitch, and she did macrame and things like that. She was a hippie, so she had different crafts than me. But I have one thing of hers, and it's a little cross stitch she made when I was a little girl. It hung on my grandmother's wall all my life. And when my grandmother passed in 2020, I was able to get that picture, and that is my most prized possession. And it's worthless dollar wise, but it means everything to me.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
your
absolutely.
kids do love your things you make, it seems. So, I just thought that would appropriate. They're boys, they don't want nothing I got.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. So you had a pretty interesting journey, but let's talk about your art. Like, what kind of art do you do, and what kind of physical media do you use?
Physically wise, I like acrylic paint. I'm not real good with watercolors, but I do like acrylic paint, and I do like to, I do a lot of digital art. I'm old fashioned, cut it out, paste it, layers, digital art. I started doing that in '02. I started in MSN groups or something like that, where they had message boards, and we would make SIG tags. And I learned Paint Shop Pro, and I just have never stopped. I love digital art. The AI came in to my life somewhere around 2017 or so with Art Breeder. I was blown away by the mixing of the DNA. And then I went to Deep Dream Generator. So anybody that's on DDG, Andrea B there. And I was like one of those top 50 people for like a whole year, 2 years or something before they took that away. But now when I go back there, I've never been back in a long time. And I went back there not long ago. They've got so many tools and things now. I get totally lost in there now. So and a lot of the same people are still in there, and it's a really vibrant community too. But then I went from there. I learned stable diffusion end of 2022. But I got seen when I was dropping a free drop once a day at Showtime. And a lot of it came from Showtime. And then I had certain people that would wait every single day for that art to come out, and because I started making those videos. And at that time, nobody was really making the morphing videos. There was maybe one or two people I'd seen it on Maker's Place or something like that, but I had not seen it everywhere. And so we had a contest when I walked off of Showtime. Mainly just because nobody warned us that they were going to start charging us all. It was just a big mess. But
Yeah.
that day I had two of the people that were collecting my artworks were actually somebody out here. Like it was crazy. One of them was the curator at Space Wolves at the Space Place, and the other one was founder of an AI art community. And they both came to me and was like, please join our community, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, cool, yeah. I did not know at that moment. That was my pivotal moment. It was just crazy. That was the first contest that By Vortex put out. I know guys, most of the artists are familiar with them. We do a contest once a month, blah, blah, blah. But I made it to third place, and I only had I had 50 followers for like 6 years, 50, and
Mm.
I made it to third place because they voted for the art. It was really amazing because none of them knew who I was. Nobody knew who I was. And I've got that piece of art. I got it. It's from Object. We were doing all of our collections on Object. And I still got it in my wallet. So I'm saving that for my grandkids for when they
All right.
get older. I'm gonna be like, here's this piece of art that if not for this piece of art, nobody would know who your nana
Yeah.
is. You know, but it's been crazy, and it was just been a roller coaster since then. There came all the exhibits, all the NFT New York Cities, all the LAs, with you guys with art packs. Uh, um, I don't remember who exactly curated the supernova drop because I was in two and I was in six. And I know Zay did six, but whoever picked me in two for supernova, I don't know if it was Fur or if it was V or if it was you, but I thank y'all because I wouldn't be with you right now if it weren't for that. So
Yeah, just probably for and just so I'm waiting to bring art packs back. It's going to
I
be back
know, I can't
in a
wait.
very
I'm
big way
excited,
just
super
because it's
excited.
all set, ready to go. So tell
I
us a
think
little
it's
bit
the
about
concept was really awesome because it was like I used to go and collect those baseball things, whatever they were, with
yeah,
the pack,
yeah,
the Top Shots, and when the art packs, I was like, that is the coolest concept ever. You know, you pay a little money, but you get so many arts, you know, and so many good artists. So it was really cool. I can't wait to get
it
it
is
back
going to
on.
be rejuvenated and available here on Vitruveo very soon. So tell us a little bit, very briefly, please, about your tech journey a little bit.
My tech journey, I got addicted to learning again. Somewhere
Yeah.
around 46, I started taking all these tech classes. I ended up getting a specialization in blockchain. I got healthcare IT tech. I did cybersecurity. I was working on my specialization, but I still had one class left there. I did the web design. I did all the Google Analytics classes. I did typing. I mean, you name it. I was getting certificates left and right. I had to take 3 or 4 JavaScript courses because that, believe it or not, and it's so easy, but to me it was just so hard. I couldn't grasp it. Maybe if it was a song I could have, but but other than that, I was just addicted to learning. So I spent like 2 whole years getting all these certificates. I couldn't get enough. I was absorbing, and I think it was because of the cancer, and I really thought I was going to die because I was stage 3.
Wow.
So that's like right there. And when I started doing my radiation and stuff, I was getting so sick so fast. Like within 2 weeks, I'm only 95 pounds, you know. So within 2 weeks, I was already down to like 82 pounds.
Oh
And
my.
I was feeling like I was getting sicker, you know. I was like, this is making me sicker, you know, I'm just not going to go back. But I did go back, and I'm thankful that I'm here. I wouldn't have met my grandbabies or any of that. So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, the tech is because I just got where I was like a new life, maybe like a second chance, or I don't know what the heck was wrong, but it wasn't wrong, but I was just started really investing in myself, and it was like I couldn't learn enough. So there, that's where I
That's great.
go. Back.
Yeah, I love your energy, and I love how you just go on and like just pour out your heart and your thoughts there. So love it, love it. And
Thank you.
you're sort of exactly in person, I guess, here as you are in chat. The way,
Exactly. That's what I tell everybody. What you see
yes,
is what you get.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I don't pretend to be one thing here and one thing over here. I truly am true to me. I think it's very important that, and I used to tell my boys, I would be like, you know, the only person that's got you for the rest of your life and at the last moment is looking at you when you look in the mirror. And people look in the mirror every day to brush their teeth, to brush their hair, but they don't look in the mirror because the only person that mirror and nobody wants to hear what they have to say because yeah, they point out the bad and the good, but it's when you get real with yourself. I mean, if you don't get real with yourself, then you're living a lie. So,
yeah.
you know,
All right,
I did
great.
me.
Well, let's get on with some of the activities for today. Mike, do you have any questions for Amanda?
No, I'm blown away by her story. It's such an amazing story, and
Yeah,
I just appreciate everything that she's done for the chain.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we're so happy that and thrilled that you're here with us.
I
Yeah.
love
Yeah,
you guys. I love all these people, and a lot of
yeah,
these artists have been with me everywhere. So I feel like we're just growing bigger and bigger here. You know, it's just going to be so big.
Yep.
yeah.
Slow and steady, slow and steady. We
Really,
go.
wins the race. That's right.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So, for those of you who have not joined us before on this, I'll tell you a little bit about what we do here. So, every Thursday morning is my buying blitz. Basically, I have committed to spending $700,000 on artworks this year on Vitruveo by the end of the year. And so, instead of just doing it piecemeal daily, I feel it's cool to do it live here. So, generally, have other artists curate using our cool stack feature, and then I bring other artists on to then select from those curations, and then I go about buying. But I also take this opportunity because it's all creators here to educate a little bit about what our platform is about and give some background, etc. And I also like to tease some new features that we have. So generally, on every Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. UTC is when we do the Vitruveo download. That's when we actually go through all the news and anything new, etc. But on these Thursday sessions, I like to preview anything that we have for creators. So just to let you know, there's a few exciting things coming tomorrow. One thing is not a secret, so I'll just come out and say it is tomorrow we will have the edit price feature available. So you can go into your studio and you can go and edit your prices. You can change it. I know everyone has been asking for that. And then shortly after that, probably sometime in a week's time, we will enable you to edit all your metadata also and make that, because I know edit was there. But that gives me an opportunity to talk a little bit about the protocol itself. We are, and I'm going to have some slides I want to share with you a little bit. But before that, I want to tell you that, we are a community-led blockchain, and we are driven entirely by what you, the audience, the creators, want. So if you tell us that this is the feature we want first, then we are going to work on that and get that done. So everyone basically said, I want edit, right? And so boom, it moves right up to the top of the list. And guess what? It's done now. I saw it in Q&A today. It'll be pushed out at some point. Tomorrow, the contracts were already updated. So it's good. We got that going. The other cool thing we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to do a brand reveal. So as I mentioned, we felt that having a different brand for all the components of Vitruveo Suite, like search and store and studio, etc., was a bit confusing. So now we've got one new brand that is an overarching thing that captures everything, and we'll be doing that brand reveal tomorrow. But today I want to show you a cool new feature that I've been waiting for. So last week we showed the embed feature, and I'll be demoing that again tomorrow. But I want to tease today a new feature. So let me go ahead and get my screen on here and show you this feature. It's really cool because it really it targets everybody, but especially if you have a collection, it's going to be very interesting for you. So here we are looking at Vitruveo Search, and I have turned off the group by creator mode, which is the default. And we are looking at a bunch of artworks here. Looks like Simran just consigned a few, so that's great. Let's go into curate mode by turning this on. That's the little switch here. If you turn that on, you start seeing checkboxes on your artworks. So let's add a few of these here. Let's add a square one. I like that one. And looks like someone's having fun with Mike and Nick here. This is interesting.
Hey, that's awesome. My first NFT. I'm so excited.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, so we're going to add a few of these here. And that's the cool thing about the curate feature is you can search away all you want, and you can add as many as you want. All right, so there. I love Chubby Girl's artworks. Their videos. They're really awesome. Okay, so I got 7 selected. I'm going to go ahead and go to Curate Stack now, and it's going to tell me to log in with my email, which I will do. I'll have to wait for the code, but that's okay. I don't mind. We got a few minutes here, so let's get that code in. Usually takes a little longer on my desktop. There it is. Okay. Copy that, sign in. All right, so now I can select publish stack. So until now, you've seen video and you've seen grid, because grid is what we've been using for curation. And now there's a new one, a new option, slideshow. So this is the new feature I'm really excited to reveal. So it's very basic and easy to use. You put the interval you want, and then you have a choice of the info bar. So if you're seeing sort of the thing behind me, actually, let me move my camera a bit. You probably can't tell, but there is a bar at the side with the artist's picture. There are information about the art, their handle, and a QR code. So this here asks you where you want this. So ultimate means it's going to bounce back and forth between two opposite sides. So we leave it at the opposite alternate and hit generate slideshow. And that's it. You're done. Now you have a link. You click on it, and you have yourself a beautiful slideshow. That's it. And you can show this on any device you want. And it's your curated artworks. It could be your own collection. It just works. And you could use it for an exhibition. You could use it for so many different purposes. But this is not the final sort of streaming solution, but we are getting there. We are starting to tease how some of this might work. But I'm really excited about this feature because finally it allows me to take my collected artworks and have them on the screen behind me, and I can make it super simple and really change it. I can create different curations and have different URLs and make them available. And now, when you scan the QR code, you go straight to the search with just those artworks that you curated, and you can buy them. So the next thing that's coming is a one button buy all at once, but we'll get there. But I love this feature. This is cool. What do you guys think, Mike, Amanda?
I think this is amazing. I think they're gonna love this. You guys loving this? I mean, look at there. You got your QR code too, right straight to your store. Holy
That's
crap!
so
This is
cool.
so exciting watching it all come together.
Yeah. So if you've
Like
got a
it's in the
dedicated
candy store.
display at home or whatever, you can start showing your own artworks. You can build a curated collection of your own artworks and show them there. Now, this is primarily designed
They love it.
for,
See, they love it.
yeah, cool, great, yes, yeah.
That is beautiful.
I'm glad people love it.
They're
Um,
responding. Y'all been busy this week.
yeah, we are nonstop busy. Our, our
Oh,
our
that's
model our model is to basically just crank out a new feature every few days.
well,
That's
y'all
it.
have been cranking out more than one a week.
Yeah,
Y'all been doing a lot of work. So
yeah, yeah.
appreciated it.
Yeah, and I'll show you something very interesting about this. It is a smart slideshow. Let me show you how
Okay.
what that works. All right. So I chose a few landscape ones, and I chose a square one, and I chose a few. I think I chose a few portrait ones, but it's very smart. It is not going to attempt to show you landscape ones on a portrait display. So if you've got a vertical mounted display, it's going to skip the landscape ones. We decided that as a curator, uh, you can curate all that you want, but then the display decides how. So we've seen landscape displays on portrait, right? They don't look very good with giant black bars or whatever around them. So we skip them. So in this case, you see how it's smart, and it's only showing you square
Right.
or portrait uh, portrait ones. So it's smart in that way. And then in the landscape mode, it's going to do the opposite. It's going to skip the portrait ones. And yeah, so we are building additional smarts around it. This is when I show these things, it's important for everyone to understand that these are MVP, minimum viable product. So it's just enough where it works, and then we layer on more features, we clean up things, etc. Because I can see a few defects here, etc. Also, on this now that we have this slideshow feature, I can now build and release the Vitruveo augmented reality viewer, because you need the QR code. You need to be able to look at the artwork. So those of you who have been consigning augmented reality additional, when you go to consign your artwork, there is an additional tab. So if you look here, there's the auxiliary media section, and there is an AR image and AR video. So if you've been uploading those, then when we get that scanner released, it's going to light up. Your artwork is going to light up and be available for people to view the augmented reality content. So you have to do nothing. It will just work with the QR code. When you scan the QR code, it's going to give you an option of what you want to do, whether you want to go to the curation or whether you want to scan the AR augmented reality content, etc. So I'm super excited about this. Expect to see more. This is just the beginning, the teasing, if you will, of how our streaming feature will work. Our streaming thing is going to have huge number of additional features, cool transitions, the ability for you to completely hide things, the ability for you to do lots of special effects and things like that. So I've been working on the requirements for that and planning that out, and I'm really excited because honestly, I'm building these features for myself. I'm selfish in that way, but turns out that they are good for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, uh, and excited about that. So yeah, this is there. So tomorrow we will have live the edit feature. This feature is already live, so you can go play with it and start releasing some slideshows with people. I'll also remind people that we have the embed feature here, so you can hide all your navigation elements, etc. And right now you only see one button here, but we are working on a second button. So right now you can just copy the link for it, but the second button is copy HTML code for it. So you don't need to know anything about HTML or anything. You can go take that, go to your website and just paste that, and done. It works, So we're excited about that also. But yeah, we'll continue to add more features on this. And what you'll see on tomorrow is how the price feature works. It's pretty straightforward, actually. The only button that's going to be enabled is this one here, where you'll be able to go and basically choose if you want to edit the price and the license, etc. We are not enabling elastic editions and unlimited editions yet. That is coming. We're going to do it part by part so that we don't have to wait. Because if we sat and worked on that, you would have to wait for the price edit. And I think people want the price edit feature right now. So you'll see an edit button here. You change your price, etc., and you hit confirm. Up pops your wallet dialog. You save it. Done. It's live immediately. Your price is changed and live immediately. So that is what is coming. Excited about that. Yeah. So let me do a 2 or 3 of my slides, and then we'll go into Blitz mode. And let's see if there's any questions. Mike, if you don't mind just curating some of those questions while I go into some of my slides. So one of the things,
Sure.
as I said, is I like to educate the creators about our platform as we do these buying blitzes. So every, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, I'm going to interrupt and show you some of these slides. So I like to repeat it because repetition is the key to understanding. And so I know a lot of you have seen these, and that's fine. Just make sure there are always new people, and I want to make sure I communicate the message to them. So the first one is Vitruveo is not a marketplace. So we are an L1 blockchain. We are an EVM blockchain built specifically for creators. Everything we do is about creators. So then I'm going to bring you back in a second. All right. Yeah. The next one is, as I said, we are a blockchain, and our mission is sustainable income for all creators. So if you start at the baseline here, it's a blockchain, it's designed for creators, and the mission is sustainable income for all creators. So I see many people approaching sort of the Vitruveo ecosystem and bringing the same kind of thinking that they're used to with Web3, and I don't blame them for that. But you have to kind of reorient yourself a little bit on Vitruveo. We are not concerned with immediate sales and things like that. That is fine. We are doing, I do the blitzes, etc., because it's just fun to connect with creators, etc. But that's not our model. Our model is about sustainable income for all creators. So we are not going to get there by you making 1 sale or 2 sales, like that. It's about taking your art and monetizing it over a long period of time. That's our business model. And right now we're just having fun with shopping, etc. Right? So we are owned by the community. We do not have any institutional investors. There is no company. I mean, we have an incorporated company just for legal reasons. But as far as the ownership goes, everyone who owns coins, tokens, is the owner. That's it. We don't answer to any large investors or any company or anything like that. So when you, the creators, tell us, hey, I want this feature, or why are you doing this way? Change it this way. We listen, and we adapt, because this is your blockchain. That's really important. It's not my blockchain. It's not some company's blockchain. This is your blockchain. We are operated by a very small team of people. There's Mike, myself, Pam, and a few others. And then we've got a dev team in Brazil, but it's a really small team. In terms of the moderators, etc., they're community volunteers. So we ask you that you be gracious and give them time and give them courtesy and respect in our chat. We are new. We are still growing. We're still developing, and that's why almost every few days you're going to see some new features, etc., because we've decided to build in public. So we're not going to go away for months, etc., and develop something and then presto, here it is. No, we are going to share it with you. And along the way we might make some mistakes, but that's okay. We just fix them and then we keep going. Uh, you must calibrate your expectations when this is all in beta. So some things might not work, some things might be broken. What do? Well, you could go and complain about it, or you could report it in Telegram, which is our support this, and tell us what's wrong and what your expected behavior was and what didn't work, and then we'll fix it, right? So it's very important for people to orient themselves into thinking that, hey, this is my product. How can I make it better? Versus saying, hey, your product sucks. It's got so and so. Like that doesn't work very well for us because we are a community-led project. Um, we are definitely for innovative creators who are excited about a new journey for art in Web3. As you're already seeing, we tossed out everything that was there in Web3 art and says, oh, you know what? We're going to start at the beginning with first principles. We're going to understand what is the creator's journey, what do they really need, how do we get all the 84% of creators who are not yet in the space to come on board. And that means making things super simple, making things adhere to standards, and really building trust. So everything we're doing slowly, steadily is about building trust and making people feel comfortable. We've started with the artists who are already in Web3, but you're going to see us start basically hiding away a lot of the crypto related stuff because we don't care to show all that. We want it to be super simple for creators. So we're going to operate with an email address basically. And some of the things that you're used to right now will gradually fade away into the background because we will have full crypto behind the scenes, but in front, it's going to be all the stuff you're used to. Why is that important? Well, think about big companies like Amazon, etc. You don't go and learn about which database they're using or what server technologies they're using. You just click a button, use your email and pay, and you're done. You get your products delivered. So that's kind of what we want to do is we want to make it very simple, one click simple all along the way. And the most important thing I want to relay to everyone who's here, especially I think creators for whom English is not a first language. This is really important. You are on here right now because you want to be part of an innovative journey. But understand this, please, that we are not yet ready for you to cash out, your sales, etc. We don't have enough liquidity. So if you need immediate income, please come back at the end of the year. By then, we should be more advanced in terms of liquidity, listing on exchanges, etc. But right now, if you have an expectation that you sell art, you get money, and then you go convert it to fiat currency, it's not going to happen. And we are very clear about that. We repeat that message again and again. So please be under no illusion that Vitruveo is ready for business for those creators who need income right now. You're here right now because you're helping us build this platform. And in a short matter of about 3 months, we will be there. But today is not that day. So I caution creators. I still see some comments in Twitter, etc. Is how can I cash out, etc. It's not a priority. We want you to think long term. We want you to think about investment, about how you can grow the sales Vitru you've got. And we're going to show you some strategies for that. But what's more important is to set expectations. And we are very clear. Vitruveo is still in development. It's in beta. Do not expect to be able to cash out right now. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy giving us feedback. And enjoy the fact that you have the opportunity to get in on the ground floor on something very, very big. That Vitru you're earning right now, it's going to be very, very valuable. You need to either hang on to it or you need to invest it for the longer term. Cashing out is probably the worst and the least smart decision you can make on that right now. All right, with that out of the way, we'll come back to this deck, but maybe it's time to go back a little bit. So let me get my guest back on here, and let's see what we got cooking. So what we are doing here is we are using the list of curations. So we've got different color codes. Mike, if I remember, yours was purple, right? And we didn't exhaust yours. And Amanda's is this teal. Is that what we call that color? Teal? No.
Well, it was the closest to it.
Yeah. So you've selected a few. So what I do here is I just go through these and I alternate between our guest and Mike, and then I also just randomly pick up some of my own. So let's just get going. I think the first one you've selected here, Amanda, is one by Doc Martin, who is amazing. So let's just go into that one and look at it. Wow, that's amazing. Do you want to talk a little bit about this?
I actually was in love with his choices. Dr. Martine and I kind of, we chat back and forth to help people a lot, but we don't get enough chances to talk about the art. But he made some choices in here that were just astounding to me. The colors are popping. There's birds going on in here and flowers and naked ladies and just everything that I like going on in one little curation. So I took the time and like clicked each art. These artists are amazing, every single one of them. I know some of them, but I don't know some of them. So it was really, really, really cool to see all the different takes on some of the same subjects. I thought that was kind of neat too.
Yeah,
Having different artists doing birds and flowers and things and putting them all together like that. And it's so cool. Like you can get a bunch of people together to create some art, and you can all create the same art, but it'll all come out so cool and different. So I love that.
yeah. So Gus made a good point, and I'll bring this up here. So we have basically this concept of a vibe, which is revenue sharing. So if you have a vibe token, you have revenue sharing. And so we started the Blitz now. We've got 116,617 Vitru being shared. So let's see how this develops, right? So, oh wait, let's see, where am I looking for? Here we go. Let me close some of these windows because otherwise I'll get distracted. I get very easily distracted.
I do
Yeah.
too. That's when especially programming or doing anything like that, I get so frustrated at it too.
Yeah. All right, let's get going. Let's collect this. So today
Love that hummingbird.
I
That hummingbird is so pretty, so peaceful.
yeah. So today I committed to 25K. So let's get going. The only way before we used to show the balance here, I think I want to bring that back. But right now, the only way to kind of see your balance is to use a feature in Scope, which I'll show you here, which is in this section called factors. So you can look at any vault and you can look at your buying power. All right, so we are starting off at 73949. So we'll probably go 25K. So we'll do that. All right, let's get going. Boom.
Congratulations, guys. That's me. I'm always in there saying congratulations. Yay. Cheer them
All right,
on.
so the Blitz has begun. Here we go.
This is begun, y'all. 400, what it said? Oh, 433 on X. Hey, y'all. We got both. Oh, I didn't realize we were streaming on X and here.
Yeah, we have 606 viewers right now.
Wow. Go Vitruveo. Whoa.
Yeah.
Look how
oh, yeah.
so different. I mean, just so different and so diverse. But Dr. Martine, you did a great job curating this. I couldn't resist.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just went through and did the buying and then
to look at the curators' names. I didn't want to be biased in any kind of way. So I was over here kind of choosing blindly and just checking every one of them.
Yeah. Some great artworks here. So this was Prina. I'm sorry, I just whizzed through the buying and then actually paused.
They're happy. You're happy. Everybody's happy. Dr. Martine's happy. We're all good.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
This is great. All right, let's see. Well, we got a few more to do here. This looks cool. Yeah, I love this.
You did a great job with that. And I mean, the artists are so talented on Vitruveo. It's crazy because it's like we got all the best ones from each chain and they're all here.
Yeah.
And they bring their friends and then we bring more and we bring more.
I love this.
Look at that. That is amazing. I love surrealism. So that, yeah, that is beautiful. I'm so proud of my 10 artworks that I have gotten this week too. I've really enjoyed being able to make some of those creators happy.
Look at
and
the
I
fine
did
detail.
same. I choose blind on those two. I just kind of picked ones that spoke to me for different reasons, and my little portfolio is so beautiful.
Yeah, I love this.
Look at that. What do you call that? Oh, it's not the Art Deco. It's the other one, the Art Nouveau looking flower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Really
I
pretty.
couldn't think of it for a second. I get a little brain farts sometimes. We call it old folks, the old folks syndromes.
All right.
Martin, and congrats. They're all thanking you and saying congratulations over there. I love this community.
Wow.
Super cool.
That's very cool. Look at the birds, and the
That's
colors are just.
That's my sister. I didn't know she was in there, but that is beautiful. I'm so proud of her. Look
Yeah.
at that, birds.
So
Thank
I always make it a point to emphasize, the metadata here, because as you'll see, we are now building up that part of the platform which sort of relies on the metadata. So this artist has done, Joanna has done really well here, put some really good descriptions, etc. This is important, folks. And I say it very bluntly: if you don't pay attention to the metadata, you're not going to make sales in how our marketing engine is going to work. No metadata, no sales. You add the metadata, and then you get into the queue for recurring income. It's that simple.
I also stress to everybody. I tell them all, like, make sure if it pertains to your artwork, it don't matter if it's the color, it don't matter whatever, every little detail about that artwork, make sure you take the time to do that.
Yeah. Nice.
So pretty. I couldn't get over that curation. I didn't pick very many, but the ones I picked, I was just like in awe. But I had already purchased so much art this week. I was like, well, Nick can have these ones because they're so pretty. He needs them.
Yeah. This is great. I've got a lot of these tabs open. Got a lot of confetti going on all of these. Fun. Congrats to all the artists here.
Look at that. Yeah, congratulations, guys and girls.
Yeah. So one of the things I want to do is sometimes I whiz through these and I don't pay attention to the transaction. So let's make sure there's a red dot on all of these. So there we are. We got that whole thing nailed down. So red dot comes from the culture of the convention, rather, of galleries, where when there's an exhibition, they put a red sticker on the ones that are sold, so you don't think you can buy that. And we decided to bring that analog sticker and have a digital variant of it online here. So when you see these red stickers, it means it is sold. So congrats to all of you. And in Vitruscope, we have the artwork feature. So you can see there, that's all the artworks I just collected. That's in my collection. So that's great. All right, good going there. Now, Amanda, I made the mistake of actually choosing the row, but it was your selection, but I chose the row, so I won't do that again. I'm gonna wait now for Mike to tell me which row to go to. So Mike, I've hidden the ones we've already selected. So there's only a couple of your purple ones left here.
Okay.
So actually, I see only one left here. So let's go to that one, and then meanwhile, maybe if you find any others, we can take your selection. So is that okay to go choose that one?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Whoa! All right, talk about this, Mike.
So as you guys know, I love very dramatic images. I love abstract art, impressionism. I absolutely love it. Surrealism, I love. These really stood out to me as being really stunning pieces. And of course, I'm a photographer, so I love photography. So yeah, I mean, I just, these ones really spoke to me.
These are really awesome. I really like this one. For some reason, I'm drawn to it. It's interesting. Zach is a prolific artist on the platform. I appreciate you, Zach. And there you go.
Tree up there on the end. That is beautiful. That contrast. I love that.
Yeah, I like it.
Sometimes less is more, with the normal. I love that too.
All right, we'll get going. So one of the things that you probably, as I go through this, I try to point out some features here. as I go through this, you'll see that my dialogue, my wallet dialogue that pops up. I don't think you guys are seeing it, are you? Yeah, I need to. Yeah, it's not visible. I need to share that window there. All right. Um, but basically, what I'm doing is I'm not paying for any gas because the gas is paid by the platform. So on Vitruveo, we try and make it so that the creator pays nothing, and the buyers also don't pay anything. So that's kind of we handle the gas in the back end because we've designed the blockchain where gas is negligible. It's always
Mhm.
going to be super low, and always going to be something that you don't worry about. Just like in Web 2, you don't worry about what is going to be the cost of saving this or sending this email or something like that. We don't want that. So
Yeah.
wow, this is amazing.
Hmm. That red too, that pops.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That's the one I like so much. That contrast is beautiful. Look at that. That's nice.
So one of the cool features that I really like is BTS video. So there's a little BTS video here. Wow, what is this? Interesting.
That's super cool.
Oh, they're
Whoa.
showing.
Oh, nice. That is neat. Oh, wow.
Hmm.
Look at that 3D. Oh, my goodness. That is beautiful. Mind blown. I didn't even know it was an animation. That is so cool.
Love it. Love it.
Oh, beautiful.
Good some
I
good
like that.
good information here.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Wow.
Netherlands. Happy
Yeah.
artwork. Congratulations, Epi. Happy to collect your artwork.
Amazing. That will look so good when you stream and you can like watch that on your screens of that popping at you, that
Yeah.
ink at you.
Yeah.
That's nice.
This is Arif is a photographer from Turkey.
Hmm.
Nice.
Oh, I love that.
All right. Atiko. Very red. What drew you to this one, Mike?
I just think it's cool. I anything different. I love anything different.
Yeah.
Anything really different stands out to me, and anything that makes you stop and think. And this one, you just kind of wonder, like, what's going on here?
I like the fine detail of the mesh. It's
Yeah,
in the contours of it. Yeah.
yeah,
And especially
it's really cool.
how it correctly and accurately spreads out when it's stretched, and compresses
Mhm.
when it's together. So I really like
Yeah.
that. It's really nice. All
Very
right.
cool.
Different mesh. Wow, that's something else. I didn't even
I
realize it.
actually take I actually take a lot of pictures like this one, not in red, but in white, because I photograph a lot of brides,
Mm,
and so
Beautiful.
this resonates with me.
yeah. And by the way, guys, those of you who might have missed it, we added this feature last week where once an artwork is consigned, you see the licensed row show up here. You see the transaction, but you can also go straight to the portfolio of the buyer. So in this case, it's going to take you to my portfolio, and it's going to bring you right to search, but with all the artworks in my collection grouped by collector. So you can see what I've been collecting. So that's a really cool and useful feature, which if you want to know, who collected your artwork. Now let's address that, right? I get that all the time. So we are building a platform where you're never going to know who collected your artwork. If you happen to know it, like by the address, because I publicized my wallet address, that's great. But we are not building a system for a limited number, whatever it is, 5,000, 10,000 collectors. We are not building for that. We are building a platform for millions of people to appreciate one or two pieces of art, and that too maybe not as NFTs. They might license it in different ways. They might print it, they might stream it, etc. Most of these folks are not on social media. They're just normal people going about their business, and so just get used to not knowing who the collector is. That is a cultural thing that has come from Web3 because we had a limited number of collectors. But you see how that's going. It's not going very well because it's not a scalable model. We want to create a scalable model which has sustainable income for you. And the downside of that is you won't know who's collected. Now, if you have your metadata, your profile well done, they can find out who you are and connect with you. So that's another reason why you want your metadata to be accurate. I see profile links all the time that point to some random website or something like that. No, it's got to be personal. Make sure that link goes to a personal profile of yours, so someone can connect with you, someone can message you if they want to. So that's an important consideration. But on Vitruveo, you're never going to know who your collector is, only potentially by accident, or if they come forward like I am. All right, this is nice.
Look at Marcy. She's loving this art. And now, y'all, she will collect too. Don't let her fool you. She collecting.
Yeah.
I
Also,
love how all the artists are starting to collect each other's work too. That's amazing because it's supporting each other.
that's great, and I appreciate that. That's very good. But I'll just be honest with you, it's not.
It's not.
I see a lot of that happening on Object also, etc. That's great from a community standpoint, but let's be honest, right? That doesn't move the needle, and our goal is to move the needle. Our goal is to create sustainable income. It's within it. It's like I said, I encourage it. It's great. It's for community purposes, etc. But we want to do the marketing, so it's not necessary for creators to be doing that unless they want to, right? Obviously, it's your choice to be able to spend your money however you want, but from a practical standpoint, in terms of income, we want to make sure that we are actually generating true income for you. And so that's going to take a little bit of time, but we'll get there. All right.
I love what you guys are doing. Y'all are changing the whole ball game. So we just all got to get used to something that we had never had,
Yeah. And as always, I'm going to be very frank and honest with you. Like, artists supporting artists is good for the community, but it is not moving the needle income wise, right? We're just moving the same funds around. So just want to be super honest about that.
Like the reason why I did what I did this week too is some artists that may not have sales yet, or some of the new people or whatever. I want to make sure everybody had a chance with Vitruveo, to stake some or hold some or something. So spreading the love around a little, because I want to.
Yeah,
but I'm happy because I love the arts I got. I'm so happy with them. They're so beautiful.
We haven't yet engaged our marketing machine, so we are still building out the platform. But the part that you're going to start seeing, you're seeing all these tools cut together, the slideshow, the stacks, etc. You can see the things coming together for a grand purpose here. And that purpose is to enable a marketing machine. We don't want artists to do any marketing. We don't want artists to be buying each other's work unless they want to, but not because they have to, because you go without sale for a long time. We want to make sure that if you have a great artwork, and that's where it begins, right? We are not going to promise anything for those artists who are sort of not genuine, authentic artists. But if you worked hard and created good art, then we want to make sure that you can monetize. So we'll do the marketing around that. But if you're creating Me Too art, cookie cutter art, etc., I'm sorry, but you're not going to have sales. You're not going to have an income. It's that simple. You need to invest the time to create great art. You need to build up your skills, and you need to realize that you are in a hyper competitive environment. The number of artists are going to keep growing into the hundreds of thousands, and for your work to be noticed, you have to build your brand persona for your art. You have to be unique and different, and you have to have a very unique creative expression, and you need to build your skills over time. So it is going to be competitive. There's no two ways about it. All right, so we got red dots across the board here. That is done.
Yeah, they're going to be a lot of people that maybe like that. There's going to be a little competition there going on. But I just stay true to me, and I'm like, well, if there's the people that make the same thing, that's okay. There'll be people that like theirs and mine. I don't know. I'm different, but I don't like competition.
Yeah.
Tell everybody, try not to compare yourself to each other. But you're right. Bring your best art. Bring your best art and put the time in the metadata. That's the key.
Yep. And I also want to talk about features a little bit. I did tweet about it. Well, I ex-posted about it this week earlier. There's some features you're not going to see on Vitruveo. For example, you're never ever going to see an offer feature. I just think if you as a creator don't know how to value your art, it's incumbent upon you and us also to help you get to that point so you can value your art properly. But make an offer has no place on this platform. Also, auctions. We are far from getting into auctions, but when we do get into auctions, we're not going to create a model that right now punishes buyers. Right now, the auction model on most platforms is broken. It's as a collector, I hate auctions. I absolutely positively hate them because if I'm not alert, and I'm busy, I got things to do. If I'm not alert when the auction time comes, I lose. And I do not like to lose at anything at all. And so for me, auction drives me nuts and it brings out the worst in me. So I will not add an auction feature to this platform until we can enable the proof technology called ZK, zero knowledge proof, where I can submit my maximum bid and then forget about it, be done. And the system that's how eBay and others work. It's automated, and let the technology decide what the spend is and go. But yeah, until that day is there, I will just not have any auction feature on here. All right.
I love that. Yeah, great. I like that we can just put our price on it and we get paid that price no matter what. That's just so cool.
Yeah, that's also an important point for us. We never want an artist to ever think about fees. We can have all kinds of marketing models, and we do. We'll have affiliate fees, we'll have partner fees, etc. We pass them on to the buyer. The creator gets whatever you ask for. That's always going to be the case. It's never going to be different. Yeah. All right. So I think, Amanda, it's your turn. So you're going to tell me which road to go to. Let me zoom in a bit here so it's easier to see. Let's see. Let's find. Yeah, give me a row number.
We went to Dr. Martin. Let me see.
You want to start at the bottom for some of the fresher ones, or
yeah, we're down at the bottom. Most of mine are at the bottom. I even did one too. I highlighted it.
Oh, let's go with yours. That's fine. I mean, that's your prerogative, right? Should we go with that? You know what I just realized I did not do? I need to do this. I always forget to do this. Give me 2 minutes to do this. I need to mark out the ones that are completed because I don't want to be going. Well, I guess I could go back to them, but it won't.
That's why I kind of went to the bottom, got to the newer, because I mean, some of these were taken, but I know that y'all were still reviewing these too. So I was like, well, let me go down here and give these guys a chance. So.
Which one of yours did I pick earlier?
278 is mine. I think it's mine. I said 278. Yes. No,
the one I already did. Here we go. This is the one I already.
279. Yeah.
All right. So now we'll go to yours, which is this one, and we've marked it off. And let's go.
Yeah.
What we got? Wow. Nice.
I didn't show them. I didn't show them in group or nothing. So this is a surprise to everybody. I didn't pick nobody. I just kind of like spoke the ones that I liked, and all of them were beautiful to me. Every single one of them resonated with me in some sort of way. And I was like, they're all going, this is it. This is the one. Because I messed up the first time I made the video. And I'm like, well, I get to redeem myself. So
yeah.
But I did good. And I put a beach there too, because I know you like beaches.
I do like beaches. Yeah. I like the movie Beaches also. It's a very inspirational movie.
The Zen house down there at the bottom in the middle, those, as I've drawn those for years and years and years. And so as soon as I thought, I was like, oh, another Zentangle person. So I had to get that because that's drawn. And then the pour, I just did a acrylic pour the other day on my birthday. So I mean, they all have some kind of, the cosmic one, that's the space and all. I love the space, and I love space and stars. And I don't know. All resonated with me. That's beautiful to me. I love abstract and I love pours.
So what's a pour?
Like that. It's like when you take your acrylic paint and you get these cups and things, and you can like layer the colors, and then you just all at once you dump them over, and you just you're moving the canvas, and you take some alcohol and you splatter it with alcohol, and it'll make little cells and they'll spread. It's just really beautiful how it mixes and blends.
Oh, very interesting.
Beautiful. And I love them. I love them so much. And it's easy to do, but not easy to do, if that makes any sense. Very messy. Make sure you're on
Yeah.
a drop off. But yeah.
Let's do a quick vibe check here. All right, see there. So that's
Yeah.
how the revenue share works. As
Somebody was saying something a second ago. It seemed like
yeah. So as I'm buying there, 2% of the artwork goes directly here, and everyone who has a vibe token is now making money. So this is interesting about our platform is you don't have to sell your own artwork to make money. If anyone sells artwork, you make money. All right. So
super.
did I
Y'all
finish
think
that?
when
Did I
the vibe
finish?
pools are open, y'all, if you don't have vibe already, y'all need to really do your research about maybe getting in those vibe pools, because that's not always going to be there or available for, that's for you because you're here now, invest in yourself.
Yeah, we're gonna get those released ASAP. We're working on developing them. Um,
You can't tell me you didn't love that one. Like, I love that one so much.
so this is Anastasia from France.
And I didn't
Awesome.
realize it was hers until after I had already picked it. Like the pink and all that just stood out to me. And when I pulled it up, I was like, oh my goodness, I love this painting. And then I saw her name. I was like, well, that's good. She's a great artist too.
Wow, she's
So
got
pretty.
quite an interesting collection.
Your collection, I'm jealous. I'm jealous of your collection.
Yeah, I am just happy that finally I can start surfacing it and see it.
I know I've been waiting a long time to collect over here. I know what
Yeah.
I've been right along. Uh, same for me. I haven't collected a whole lot and I haven't minted it anywhere really. I've been saving work. So that's why it seems like I have a lot of work, but it's because I have it all in folders where it's been for all year.
Yeah.
Look at that. I just love it so much. So talented to be so young.
Amor eternal love. Love it. I have to express. Mm.
I noticed Anastasia has been drawing, painting more bodies and things too, and I love that.
Mm. Well, congrats, Anastasia. I love this. And which reminds me of the Anastasia we had last week. It was super duper, super exciting. And yeah, I love having you guys artists on this show. Show, stream, whatever you want to call it. It's fun. It adds a vibrancy to it that Mike and I just could not bring ourselves. So it's great to have different personas on here. So
Well, y'all know I don't never shut up. I talk. Y'all have to tell Southern people that that's enough, shush, because we don't know how.
now I figured it out, and so a couple times in this session also I kind of talked over you a little bit, and I
Okay,
apologize for that.
you have to.
But I'm
You
like,
are
hey, Amanda's cool about that, so I gotta keep things moving along.
V. She's from Louisiana originally. She says the same thing. We're like, yeah, we Southern people. You just got to tell us to shut up. we will talk our heads off.
So this is Marzi from Iran.
Now,
This is
this
nice.
artist here, I had trouble because I think I bought one of these pieces too from this artist. I'm not sure, but I had trouble because I was stumped on like 3 or 4. I wanted a lot of them. I love this artist
Yeah.
more.
And here we go.
You brought up a really good point, Southern Fried, about the equity pools, and there is a lot of people that are trying to understand how do you create a sustainable income with your art with Vitruveo, and a lot of all they really know is the marketplace model, which is you list your art, you mint your art, and then you sell it, and then you move on and just keep producing art. What's unique about Vitruveo's vision is with the Vibe equity pool and the Vibe, whether it's general or whether it's the creator equity pool that we'll be launching soon, you'll be able to participate in all of the blockchain revenue. So it's by taking and accumulating your Vitruveo in your wallet, those, once we get listed on a central exchange, which will be, coming up in towards the end of the year, you're going to have all of these Vitruveo coins that are going to appreciate in value. So let's say that you sell a piece of artwork today for $250. That's you get a certain amount based on the current price of 50 cents or what have you. But you have to keep in mind that we're a tier 1 blockchain and we have a very, very low circulating supply. And what that means is that drives the price up once we go to list. And so what ends up happening is that let's say that you accumulate a substantial bag of Vitruveo or Vitru. As the price goes up, the value of your holdings go up. And what that means is that $250 art sale actually ends up converting to a $10,000 art sale or an $800 art sale. So you have to really understand the bigger picture of how we're trying to create sustainable income for artists. And the huge opportunity right now is with the grants that we're offering, such as this Buying Blitz. You have the opportunity to create as much and grow your Vitru bag as big as possible. And then when we release the creator equity pool, you can then convert that Vitru into the creator equity pool. And what that does is sends revenue every single month of blockchain profit and for life. So it's not, you're getting out of the transactional sales of trying to pawn off or sell artwork as much as you can, but you're buying into a business, really, an art gallery. So now you're profiting off every single artist that sells artwork on the chain. It's not just your art, you're participating in all of the art sales. And that tool is Vibe. So we'll have some more details on that.
And we're going to make it super easy for you, so you don't even have to think about it. At the point where you go and claim in studio, we're going to have this dialogue that pops up. And every single time before you claim, when you claim rather, we're going to give you the option to decide how you want to spread it out. So you just choose from these drop downs what percentage of the sales you've made you want to stake for 1 year at 15% interest, 3 years at 30% interest, 5 years at 60% interest. So now, usually when you see APR, I think most people are consider it a bad thing because it's in the context of your credit card where you're losing money. You have to pay that. But here, you're making money. This is, so if you stake for 1 year, you make 15% APR. If you stake for 3 years, you make 30% APR. And then finally, you can allocate to the equity pool. So this allows you maximum flexibility because you can split up however you want. It's never an all or nothing proposition. And that is really a good strategy. You don't want to just put everything into, just flip everything, or you want to stake everything. You can if you want to, but this allows you to take a balanced approach where you can stake some for 1 year, some for 3 years, some for 5 years. Because remember, our bottom line is we want you to have a sustainable income for life. We don't, as Mike was saying, we don't want you to have to be thinking transactionally. With Vitruveo, the mindset of I need a sale and then I'm going to make another artwork and I'm going to have another sale is gone. All right. We don't care about that model anymore because it's broken and it's fundamentally wrong. You should think of your profession as being able to generate a salary, just like other professions. So you keep creating artworks. We'll keep providing you with the financial mechanisms because after all, crypto is programmable money. We'll do that. And we'll provide the marketing and distribution channels so you don't have to worry about shilling. You don't have to worry about attending spaces for hours, etc. Don't do any of that. With Vitruveo, create artworks. That's it. Create artworks. Spend the time to consign it with correct metadata. I emphasize that every time. That's all we are asking. We are asking you to invest time in your artwork, in learning and growing your skills, and spend your 20 minutes to consign your artwork properly. That's it. After that, go back to your studio, go back to creating. We are building the marketing machine and the distribution machine to monetize. We have already built out the financial tokenomics in order to be able to have you grow your income over time, right? So don't be thinking transactionally. It's a good point.
Y'all are thinking about everything.
Yes. So this is the thing, right, Amanda? When you think from the bottom up, you start with, okay, here's a creator. How do we ensure that they make a living wage over time, right? Then you start answering all these questions and you start identifying what is wrong. You and I both know that your average artist has a very frustrating experience in Web3 right now. You create art and then you spend all your time trying to figure out how to market it. You create your little posters for Twitter and Insta and all of that, and then you attend spaces and you try and shill and all that. That is just honestly disrespectful to art and artists, right?
Exhausting. Yeah, it is exhausting.
Yeah, there's no reason we can do it. We can do it a different way. And I'm not saying that we've solved all the problems. I'm not saying that we have all the correct answers, but together I'm 100% sure we can have all the correct answers, etc. Because it's a growth mindset, it's a community mindset. We think together and we solve these problems together. What we have done is given you sort of the Lego blocks, you know, and over time we're going to put together whatever model we want, individuals want for their success. So we'll give you the building blocks. You decide how you want to put it together for your individual success.
I love it. I love how the so that basically the Curate stack is going to turn into um that's how you stream to your own websites. Is that what you were saying in the last download?
The Curate stack is designed for affiliate marketing.
Right.
We are going to have a streaming subscription offer, much like, you know, when you subscribe to Netflix or whatever like that. We want to do it for art so people can get it in their living rooms. But we also feel that the digital display devices that exist today are not yet up to par for beautiful, high quality art streaming. For example, you know, if we want everyone to replace a static painting on their wall with a digital version, it's going to be a problem because, first of all, there's ugly wires and not everyone can conceal the wires and all that. So we are thinking ahead a little bit about how we can actually build hardware devices that are beautiful for art displays. So we'll get there, but we have to start somewhere, and we have started here right now. So let me continue the buying blitz. I think everyone's like, "Hey, shut up and just keep buying, man." So I get that. I get that.
They're just loving everything. They're loving it.
Yeah.
If you guys have any questions, keep the questions coming. We love to answer questions, and or if you have certain ideas or something like that, definitely speak up in the chat. We'll star them, and then towards the end of the buying blitz, we'll be able to review some of the questions. So thank you.
I was going to say too, you know, you guys, the way y'all are with this community, and y'all always keeping that open communication and listening to what they're asking, you know, or proposing. That is a major important thing to success, because if you've got a team that doesn't listen to their community, and the community's not, you know, they're getting frustrated, the team's not listening to us, they struggle on, you know, and I've seen it. I've been one of those people before. So this community and what y'all are doing is amazing. And they are always, even in the Telegram, they are always talking about how y'all are right on it, y'all listen, and that is very, very much appreciated. And we know that you're building for us. We know.
Yeah.
So Apricot says, "Okay, now I'm curious what you're working on screen-wise." I'll just be honest with you. It's very easy to figure out. I am highly allergic to wires. I don't like to see wires anywhere. So if you're going to create a device, we need to make it so you can just go hang it somewhere and don't have to worry about wires, right?
Break
So
out.
yeah.
Yep. And we don't necessarily want it to look like a TV either.
Yeah.
So that's all we're going to say.
Yeah.
It's up for to be wondering about. So we're surprised.
Old Jug, Enchanted River.
I really like how Doug's work. He draws a lot or something, and takes a lot of photos too. I see his work's amazing. The barns were amazing too.
Yeah, we have quite a few versatile, multi-talented artists who do different mediums.
I'm one of those too. I can't stick with one nothing. I want to do everything, and that gets me in trouble. It even held me back for the first couple years because I wanted to make everything, and I did, and I made sales along the way. But I'll tell you what, nobody knew my work when because I had so much stuff going on. And so you know, in art, you know, you're known to have a style or certain things so that you're recognizable. It's okay if you're not, because I'm gonna tell you, I don't really still have a style per se, but I do like to do all different kinds of things because I get different joy out of different things. So, you know, there's reoccurring elements in my art, though. Y'all will see that. Y'all see a lot of orbs and eyeballs, and you know, there's reoccurring elements. So, but I don't have a style per se either.
So we are looking here at Soto's work. Soto is a Cuban American artist. I love his work. I've collected quite a few of them. It's amazing. Yeah.
I'm so glad you picked that one. I love that cosmic, and I was thinking the space and the stars, and it just looks so. I love orbs. I got a round problem. I like round things.
Yeah. Congratulations, Toto. And here's Davo, a beautiful young lady enjoying her freedom to be wild. Oh, yeah. I like
Ah.
it.
Like that too. It's so pretty. All of these are so pretty, and that's a drawing. I just think this was, I don't know, they all spoke to me in different ways, and together they were beautiful. So that would be my curation, guys. So congratulations, all you guys. So happy. I always want to see the artist win. It's all about the other artists to me. I don't focus anymore on sales. I haven't for like over a year. It's more or less what can I do to give of myself anymore? Because I'm at that age now. So it's
Right.
like giving it all back now. It ain't about me no more. But I do
Yeah.
like to have fun, and I like the squares.
So this is Davo, a visual artist from Nigeria. Very nice. I'm guessing this is charcoal. if
It's
I'm not-
charcoal. It's beautiful, absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful. Him and another one named Michael, they both draw so good that it looks like a picture. It looks like a photograph. Like
Yeah.
they're
Can you
like,
imagine the amount of detail or the time it took to do that? I'm really curious.
yeah,
Um,
that's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Unbelievable.
We have one guy that he's like, this is not a photograph. This is my actual drawing. And when I zoom, I mean, it is his talent's hands down just beyond. I don't know. I've never seen something like that.
All right.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
this
we've
is
got 848 viewers right now, Nick.
Yeah.
So
nice.
that's close to a record.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining, everyone.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Here's Elham from Iran, artist, calligrapher, NFT creator, as Mandela here.
Love
Nice.
I love them so much. I draw those crazy little weird, little never-ending. Um, I guess they're patterns, but I draw them too. I've been drawing them for years and never knew they were fractals. Never knew it. Never
Mm.
knew it until started going through my spiritual awakening. I was like, wait a minute, those are the fractals. Oh, wait a minute, that's the math. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
When things start going together,
Congrats,
it gets scary, but
congrats to
beautiful.
Elham.
Look,
This Mandela looks great. I love
the wheel of grace.
the freehand two color tone here. This is great.
You know, anybody can they say this is good for stress relief to draw Zentangles. There's a lot of videos, books out there that teach you, but you really don't have to know anything. You just kind of get with the pattern and stay with it. It's
Yeah.
so it's so fun. You get a lot of enjoyment.
All right.
Yeah,
So
congrats.
this is great. All right, we are done with that curation, and congrats to everyone. And I think just one second, Sadan. Just let me wrap up here. So this one was yours, I think. Yeah. Okay. Let's take a quick peek, real quick, at our what's our level here? There we go, 915. So it's gone up significantly from that. Okay, so that was yours, Amanda. And now I think we go on to Mike. Mike, have you selected any other ones in the meantime?
No, I didn't have this link, Nick. Sorry. If you send it
No
to me right
worries.
now, I can.
Yeah. Just go to your Google shared with me in your Google
Okay.
Drive, and you'll find it there.
Okay.
So meanwhile, actually, I don't mind going and picking from Johnny Boy and Anastasia. We still have a bunch of them that they had picked. So I believe green was Anastasia. So let's, or you know what? It's to dealer's choice for a second here. Let's go, and I'm gonna go on a little blitz here for a little bit. So let me do that.
I did buy first year's missions NFT of me, though. I did buy that.
Oh yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
But
So so let's talk about that, Mike. You know, I see a lot of artworks there with sort of my likeness or whatever, and I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful, but I rarely go and collect those because I don't really want to encourage that type. I want people to create art, you know, and not necessarily create something for the purpose of it being purchased. right? You see that what I'm getting at. So
Mhm.
while I appreciate that, I rarely go and collect those. So here we go. This is interesting. I like Prashant's art style. Always very good here. So let's see here what's going on.
We also want to encourage people to do your best not to do 100% AI.
Yeah.
Um, it's if you really want to attract serious art galleries, and we're going to be bringing on so many art galleries, and really we're going to have this. We've just got some crazy ideas that we're going to be coming up with, where we're going to be making introductions to artists to mainstream galleries, and we really want artists to have a pure artistic style that they own, and it's not just interpreted by, let's say, a computer or something like that. There is value to that, and there's a lot of our incredible artists that start with an AI foundation and then they end up customizing that. So we do want to encourage people to really develop your own style, develop something different, bring us something that we've never seen before, and really dig deep, to find your own voice as an artist, things that you're inspired to, or inspired by, and really try to avoid the AI 100% AI direction, just because we really want to understand who you are as an artist, and I think that's really critical. Um, Otherwise it just, and the way you can kind of know is if you go into search and start viewing different artists. If you go into the cascade and you start to look at their work, an artist is really going down the right track when it all looks like a collection. It's just not, it doesn't look like a quilt. It looks like they all belong together. And that's really what an art gallery is going to be looking for. They're looking for a really unique perspective, technical skill. They're looking at, color theory, art, composition, all of these different things. And we really want to be a part of your journey on developing your own skills.
I agree wholeheartedly. I am looking for original stuff, etc., and I see a lot of Me Too AI work there, which fine, but you're going to find that the serious art collectors are not going to be very interested in that. So here's I've selected my search. I've selected physical art, so I'm going and looking at some physical art right now. And here is DWN from the United Kingdom, who's got a very minimalist thing. I love minimalist stuff. Like the less, for me, 100%, less is more, always. And this is pretty minimalist. I like it a lot. Walking, I'm happy to walk alone, but do we ever walk alone? That's very poignant. I like it. All right, it's in the bag. Let's look at others here. So let's go with what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some of these and I'm going to look for red dots. And if I see any red dots, I'm going to skip that for right now. I want to go with artists who have not had any sales at the moment. As I've always said, I love being someone's first collector. So here we go. We got some red dots here. So for now, we'll pass, but that doesn't mean I'll always be passing. It's just for right now, I'm focused on creators who have not had a sale yet. So, and in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the back here. Well, actually, I might have to start probably from page 5 or something. The way the group by collector feature works is that every time you consign a new artwork, your grouping goes to the front. Now, we have struggled with algorithms on how to fix the discoverability of artwork, and I believe this week came up with a solution. So I won't tell you what it is, but expect to see in the next few days a cool solution for discovering art, regardless of when it was consigned. So we want to make sure that your artwork is always. Oh, I love this. So here we go. All right, I found some art I like, and I found an artist who hasn't had sales yet. But I love this animation here. So Alice.
That's my baby Felix. I love him. That's my oh, hey Felix. He's like
Mannheim.
off to school. He's in like design school or something right now, but still talk to him all the time.
Alice from
Alice,
it's a he.
yeah, he's a he. Alice died. Yeah, that's
Okay.
Felix.
From Germany. Nice.
Yeah,
Love this artwork. It's
yeah.
it's
We were
amazing.
together ever. That was my first community ever since 2019. That's where we found each other.
Okay, so what's unique about this is it's actually plastic sculpture. It's an
Mhm.
animation of plastic sculpture.
And that is, he really does put together these sculptures and things. He's taken pictures and sent them to me and all kinds of stuff. It's their life
Yeah,
and like things. He's so creative.
this
I
is this
love
is
that.
this is great. I love it.
He likes mind worms. He calls them mind worms. I don't know what the mind worms are, but he draws them and they're awesome.
Yeah,
He brought out something in me that I never had before, and it was that just don't worry about it. Just let it all go, and just if it comes to your mind, let do it. And I was making I went crazy with mannequins last year because of Felix. He brought that out of me.
yeah. So dev team, notice when I go back, we have still got that same problem where it doesn't go back to where I wanted to go. So we still got to fix that. I guess I have to go reset search, but then I lose my settings. So I had hidden recently sold, um, and I want to be on page 4 of the group by artists by creators. All right, here we go. Um, I'm gonna go. I'm looking right now
This just brings
for
me joy to look with you.
yeah. I'm looking right now for creators who I'm not familiar with. I'm looking for those that don't have a red dot.
That don't have a sale. That that beach right there.
Yeah,
We just got him through yesterday, I think. Through
yeah.
the mhm.
But I also want things that catch my eye.
Right. Like that guy right there, that little turtle. He's
Yeah,
cute. I like turtles and frogs. I have a problem.
I'm gonna go with this one.
I like that at the bottom too. Is that a dandelion down there? What is that? Oh, it says burning.
So this is Luckbox, a creator from the United States.
Beautiful.
Uh, nice.
I love sunsets.
Um, Actually, I'm gonna change my mind a little bit. I'm gonna go with this one instead. Yeah.
Oh wow. I love that sunset. That is beautiful. I still like
Oh,
the turtle. The turtle's cute.
all right, I'll go get the turtle.
So cute. I mean, your daughters would like the turtle. I mean, they're cute.
Now, until she was in middle school, my elder daughter was obsessed with turtles. Absolutely, she just
How did I
loved
do that? Well, me and my brother had one too when we were young, and then he got loose, and we never found him until a few years later
it.
under the couch. But he was just.
Oh,
But we
that's
did love that turtle. My brother was always getting bit by it, but
yeah.
they're so cute. Frogs are too. We have a pond where I live, and this summer they're loud, they're obnoxious. When it rains, they really chant. We have every species known to man, and they're just so sweet. I just love those frogs.
This artist has had one sale, but I like.
The art is beautiful. It's
Yeah, this
oh,
is Vitruveo. Representation of mystical beauty.
gorgeous.
Hmm. So one of the things we do is on the initial one, we show the original. I think I'm gonna because it has the right proportions and all of that. But the original also sometimes is very high resolution and takes a while to load. So uh, if we showed the preview, it would load immediately, but it would be square, right? Because the preview is square. So we have to think a little bit about what we want to do there. So, but the original takes a little bit to load. So we might have a lower res original that we save. So we have to think about that. One of you guys, your microphone is chirping a lot. I'm Trying to figure out who that is.
Let me check because mine's up here, but oh, it's because of the birds here. They're chirping out there.
Is it
I'm-
birds?
Yeah, they're like squealy kind of. It's like a, but it's like right outside the window here.
I was backstage, so I was muted.
Yeah, it wasn't Mike. It's got to be me. But I'm not in my home, so I'm at my daughter's. Oops. So the herd, she's got different noises. But I can mute it. Can I mute? No, I can't mute, can I? I guess I can.
It's fine. It's fine.
The mic there. I do have a mic button.
I picked a bunch more, Nick. I've got upwards of maybe 9 or 10.
Oh, so you curated a new one?
I just went off the curated stacks that I'm looking.
Okay, give me one more second here to discover new artists. Yeah, Southern, you might want to mute when you're not speaking, please.
I sure will.
Because it's kind of distracting. Yeah. Wait, what did I choose? That one. All right. I like this. This is interesting. This is Akura Me, an illustrator. Not sure. Virtual reality is a fake world that seems absolutely real. Watercolor on paper, black ink. All right.
That's really cool.
It is nice. I love the colors, vibrant. And I love how she imagined the world turned upside down. Or yeah, love it. All right, that's done. Now let's go and look at your curation, sir. What do you got? Where am I going?
Go to the bottom.
Yeah.
And just I'm the purple, so any of those.
All right, which row do you want me to choose?
Let's go with 292.
292, Gaia.
Row 292.
All right, let's go ahead and mark that off and go to it. Wow.
A lot of black and whites. I really like this. A lot of contrast.
So all right, Mike, I'm going to let you talk about it while I blitz. All right, here we go.
Sure. Let's do it. So I don't know if this is like a motion blur or if this is a photo or if this is I'm trying to figure it out, but it's just definitely unique. Anything that's not so literal, I think, is really cool. I'm a huge fan of Dolly, and a lot of times you just scan the artwork to really kind of understand what's going on. That's really cool. I use a lot of motion blur in my photography. With people walking and a lot of action, it evokes emotion. It evokes, a lot of motion, which is really cool, instead of just a really quick photograph. So
for those who are not familiar with your work, tell us a little bit about it, Mike.
Yeah, so I'm primarily a wedding photographer. I do primarily Middle Eastern events and South Asian. So most of my clients are either Persian, Egyptian, Syrian, Iraqi. I mean, it's Palestinian. I mean, it's just funny. It's all over the board. But I specialize in Middle Eastern events, and so a lot of these events have maybe 600 guests, and they're just beautiful. They have a lot of cultural elements, to the wedding, which I really appreciate. I grew up in Canada, so we don't have a lot of culture up there. So I really love, especially South Asian, obviously any Indian weddings. I'm absolutely obsessed with Indian weddings. The culture, the vibrancy, the color, the Indian food is probably one of my favorites. So mostly cultural weddings. And then I do a lot of celebrity weddings. I'm based in Southern California, so I work with a number of wedding planners that are specialize in celebrity events, and so I do a few of those. I don't publish those just due to non-disclosure agreements and that sort of thing. But they're a lot of fun. And sports figures, people in the NBA, and that sort of thing. My style is kind of editorial fashion. So if you imagine fashion photography mixed in with wedding photography, so I do a lot of editorial work, and I work on the TV show Married at First Sight. So I've shot 2 seasons with them. That's definitely a wild ride because we get on set and it's 5 days of shooting, and then I shoot 5 weddings in a row. So every single day is a new wedding, and it's very challenging because being on set, usually I have maybe an hour with a couple and half an hour with the bride, and I have a certain flow that we do on the wedding day. But with TV sets, it's like, okay, you have 5 minutes with the bride, and you have to generate stunning artwork in 5 minutes, and because you're on a production schedule, and it's really challenging because I've never met the bride before. I've never talked with them, and all of a sudden I'm introducing them, and then in 5 minutes I have to create artwork that's going to be in Essence and Vibe, or Vibe in People Magazine, and a lot of these things. So it's definitely challenges me and pushes me. So you just kind of know what you're doing and what the public relations is looking for. So that's a little bit about me.
Yeah. So Cashflow King wants to know about your lighting, about how much lighting you take, or is it all reportage? I don't know.
Reportage. I don't know what reportage is, but with the lighting that I use a combination of continuous lights, obviously flash photography, just to bump up the ambient lighting in the room, depending upon what we're doing. But I don't like it to look flashed. I like it to look that as if it was natural. I'm trained in studio photography as well, so I do use a lot of for my press stuff. A lot of times we'll go in studio and use various soft boxes. I use Godox and Profoto if you're interested in the brands that I use. But I use a lot of lighting. I've used a lot more continuous lighting because with mirrorless, what you see is what you get. So I can shape the light, soften it, use hard light, use hard sunlight. I use all different types of lighting. It really just depends on the type of shot that I'm trying to pull off. Yeah, so those are kind of cool.
So I'm responding to an audience request here. So Laura said, pick my curation, and her curation looks pretty good. So I'm blitzing through her curation without comment right now. So, and I want to see how fast I can get through it. So I'm gonna get to it.
Sunny says, "Come to India." I would love to go to India and shoot a traditional wedding. In Los Angeles, Southern California, San Francisco, Indian events, depending upon whether you're Hindi or Sikh, they're obviously a little bit different in how they're executed, but they're multi-day events. Typically we do 3 days for Indian weddings out here. We'll do the Sangeet, we'll do the the Mendi, and we'll do the main ceremony, and it's just awesome. I love big families. I love craziness.
Mike, it's very interesting to me to hear all those Hindi words coming from your
yeah.
but here's an important distinction that I think is many people get confused. So Hindi is the national language. Hindu is the religion.
Hindu, yes, you're right.
So yeah. All right, Laura, audience request made, fulfilled. Blitz through it, done. What do you say? So that is done. Very good. We are. So I think we might do a check here and see where we are. I forget what was the number we started off with on my balance. I don't even remember, but we should go look. Let me check on that real quick and see where we are. Let's see. That is under factors here. We got ways to go still. We are nowhere close. I think it was at 74. Let's call it 74. So bring up a calculator here. Um, we need to be at 49. So we got a ways to go, guys. We are moving too slowly on this blitz here. So, um,
977 viewers currently.
all right, wait, well, let's get to okay, which one did I just do? I just did 263, which was a random one. Whose turn was it? I think
My
it's yours. Let's go, Amanda.
making noise.
Which row?
We have puppies in this room. I didn't realize that. Mhm.
So
So y'all
call out a row. Call out a row, Amanda.
we had Johnny Boy's dogs last week, or his dog. Now we have two little babies over there.
Oh, you got dogs also?
No, this is my son and my daughter-in-law's house where I
Okay.
can. Mhm.
Okay, but Amanda, you gotta give me a row number.
Let's
I'm
see.
waiting.
Well, let me see. The other one that I was really fond of was the last one. I want to say it was 290. 290. Look at 290 because it seemed like
290.
the
All
last
right.
one was really amazing. But I can't remember if it was that one or the reverse.
Oh, interesting.
Oh my God. Yeah. I don't know a lot of these people that curated. I tried not to look at names, like I said, and I would just open them up. And the ones that really, really spoke to me or that were really vibrant, I seem to be drawn more to. But
All right.
beautiful. I'm
All
gonna
right.
mute until you need me to talk.
All right. Let's go. Blitz away. Blitz, blitz, blitz. Bam. Here's one of yours.
For real? Oh, there is. Oh, I didn't even see that in that. I thought that was something else. I didn't even pay attention because I just put that there like just a couple of days ago. So that must be a new curation.
So this is a different Simon Cowell than the one on AGT. It's Simon from Sydney, Australia. Nice.
I
And
thought that works too the other day.
wow.
So pretty.
Wow. I love this. It's great.
Anything that has anything to do with storms is just really super neat to me. Clouds, lightning. But
Hmm.
I guess that question would be for Mike because the lightning, when you photograph lightning, every time I've ever photographed lightning, like the pictures come out and they'll be like just a block of black, a block of white, and I'm sure it's the shutter speed. Would that be the shutter speed? I'm not a photographer, so, but I think that's neat. They come out neat. But
Yeah, the problem is whenever you're shooting lightning, the problem is that your camera is exposed for the darkness, and then so when the lightning hits, it becomes overexposed. So there's actually electronic devices that you can buy where you put the lightning on a tripod, and as soon as the lightning hits, the sound triggers the shutter, and then so it captures the lightning and properly exposes it. But yeah, we deal with the same thing even in an event that we'll photograph. A lot of times you'll see sparklers or dry sparklers and or cold sparklers, what they're called, where we're shooting the couple and then all of a sudden the sparklers go off and then everything becomes overexposed. And with event photography, it's live action, so you have literally one chance to get the shot. So there are cases like that where we'll just put the camera in full auto, and it will quickly change the exposure very quickly, automatically. The cameras have become so sophisticated right now. But yeah, it's a good question.
So this is a generative artist. Very interesting works from Singapore. A math enthusiast. I love this. So there's the confluence of math and art is very interesting to me. I love it. So this particular one is
love fractals, and fractal art is so pretty.
yeah. So this is an artist from Indonesia. This is the second one in this curation here. Interesting works. I think they take photos and then manipulate them using AI.
I think it's innovative when people take their photos and feed them to AI or their drawings and feed them to AI because it gives them a whole new artwork, but it's based off of their own stuff, kind of. Then it's just really kind of a cool step to take. Like I did that a couple times and refed the newer AIs some of my old work from like art reader days, and then gave it some other idea, and then I would take it somewhere else like Procreate and paint on it. So you got to think of AI as a tool, not as a complete way to do art. There's so many more steps.
Yep. All right, let's go look at some animations. Now, I've always been a fan of Chubby Girl to the Moon. Collected a bunch of the artworks on Foundation, etc. Just love their animation. It's typically a seated female with animation and video, audio, etc. Yeah, interesting. From Pakistan. All right, let's go ahead and grab that one. Let's collect a few more animations here. Oof. Okay. And I wanna get some from. Let me see some artists that Rudolph, PST Pixology. Interesting.
Nick, while we're here on the animations, I was going to ask, but I guess I speak for everybody about the preview of the animations. They come out really pixelated, and I know that that's in the pipeline. And I'm not trying to say we need that fixed right now, but maybe you could like let them know that you know about that, and it's in there to be done later.
So the preview is not high res. Is that what the problem is?
Yeah, they come out so bad that and all the artists say that it's not
Okay.
just opinion.
So the general quality of the preview sucks is basically the complaint. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Okay. All right. So we'll work on that. This is interesting. We will take that feedback and we will address it. So the thing is, it's non-trivial, right? To take something that's created at high resolution and then export it, convert it over to Square, and make it into, I believe, a GIF. But I don't know. I have to look and see if they're doing MP4s or GIF there. But whatever it is, we'll address the issue.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've actually tried both. I had one GIF file and I've had one MP4 file. Both of mine are horrible, but with the GIF file, it turns it into a PNG. It doesn't move at all, so nobody knows it's even animated.
Okay. Well, we can't have that. So this is the kind of feedback that's important to surface in Telegram, so that we know about it, and then we fix it, or we try to fix it. Sometimes we can't always fix it right away, but we'll do our best. Let's see here. We've got some good ones here. Good animations. Yeah, I can see the quality on this one. Like, for example, the actual detailed video. I got this last week. Was very detailed, but the preview is very highly pixelated, so I can see that.
Yeah, I have one that's like that too, and I thought, well, maybe it was just too big, But the regular, when you click on the store link, of course, it's beautiful. It's not that; it's just that one, the preview. But on the GIFs, it turns them.
This does not do justice at all. Yeah, I'm so sorry, guys. This is we need to fix this right away.
Okay, Nick, you've been so busy working on everything else. I think
No.
This
This becomes an important item for us to fix, because we can't have artists feeling or not wanting to consign their work because the previews look like absolutely terrible.
Well, thank you, because I do make videos. That's what I'm known for. My video music.
No, we gotta fix this. We'll take care of it.
You guys are hands down. We love y'all.
Ethereal fight. Okay, that's also a problem here. It's not even getting a preview. What's going on here? Let's check. So this is nice, right? We're doing real-time debugging of the platform. Like I said, we're in beta, right? I have no qualms about saying that, yep, there are things that are imperfect and we're going to fix it. Our goal is to get really, really good quality. But
we learn when we're doing this troubleshoot.
Yeah.
Utalin says that he exports videos with HAVC, not H.234, which helped him with that issue. So we could try that as well.
Yeah, the thing is, we generally can't, what an individual artist might be able to do standalone, we can't do that. We have to rely on server-side tools, FFmpeg, and the libraries available, because this is automated. There's no human being involved in the process, right? So it requires us to either we have to take a one method works for everybody, or start creating custom pipelines where if it's this, then do this. If it's this, and once we go down that path of if it's something, do something, it gets very complicated. Not to mention expensive, because that is compute time, and we don't have unlimited compute resources there. So it might be that we change the process and have the artists themselves upload the correct. We do actually have it right now, where the artists can upload the preview, but I think we do some processing with it, which we should not do. If an artist is uploading a preview, we just keep that in all its fidelity, and then that would solve the problem. So that way we don't have to do any automation around it.
I think Mystique and I both noticed that too. Like when you're consigning, it says the preview is 2000 by 2000, but when we pulled it up somewhere else, it was saying 250 by 250.
No, that should not be the case. The preview is supposed to be square. It should not be. Well, it could be that you're looking at a rendered thumbnail of something, in which case it would be
Probably is it
that small. Ants. Happy Ant Studio. Let's see. This is a little live sketch. I like it. Interesting. Oh, like little ants. I get it. Very cool. See, this is unique and interesting. I like it.
Mystique says if you would take a look at hers, you could see what we were talking about.
Okay, I'll go find it.
Fabergé eggs that she had made some real pretty animations, but she was having the same problems.
All right, let's do that.
Hey, Nick, who is this artist one more time? Because I like this right here.
Oh, it was Happy Ant Studio. There you go. So I need to I forgot to reset my search. All right, here we go.
You're saying something about it's like they're too short or something.
Yeah, the butterflies. This is amazing, Mystique. Yeah, the preview, I agree, completely and totally sucks. So sorry about that. This is amazing.
These are her treasures. She's worked real hard on these for a long period of time and saved them for here. So, we love this blockchain.
Like it. This is great. All right. So let's continue then. Shall we? Who was last? Mike, was it you or was it?
Southern Pride was last.
Okay, so it's your turn then. Which one did we just do? Southern Fried. I didn't mark it. Oh, I think it was 290, right?
Yes, it was the last one I chose.
I gotta remember to mark it when I do this. So, all right, Mike.
Let's do it.
Which one?
Let's go for 298.
298. Kafil. You need to talk to Kafil on a space one day. He's a really nice guy. We make fun of each other a lot. He's a great photographer, and
Very cool.
I love his work. And yeah, he's got a great curation here. And look, first one is Lady Shat, who is a good friend who I see has brought back her original avatar with the one eye shot. Her work is great. She
This is
does.
just super cool. Yeah, the way she crushed the blacks, and typically with photography and a lot of art is your eye goes to the brightest part of the image, and then it starts to travel after that and start going around the image. And so it's great. You see, the first in I don't know if he's in a boat or a bathtub or what he's doing over there, but it's super cool. It kind of
Yeah.
has like a theater style.
So me says, please could we have an icon that shows our art is animation or movie or music, etc. So Team Brazil, please add that as a feature. Thank you. Wow. This is great.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I've been on this. Wait, is this in Tokyo? It could be, right? This feels like I walked this street. Damn. It feels very familiar. See,
It's very unique. So, you probably had. That's
this is disappointment for me as a buyer, is the metadata is not adequate. Guys, Japan Street. So it is somewhere in Japan, but it could be anywhere in Japan. Yeah, get that metadata done, guys. Get it done, please. It's important.
Can they update the metadata, Nick? I
Not yet,
don't
but
know
it's
off the
coming.
top of my head.
Yeah, the
That'd
art
be great.
here. He says my work in Tokyo.
Ah, okay. Cool. Yeah, that looks familiar. I believe I have a similar shot to that. That's right. I actually went there. I went to that street at like 6 a.m. so I could have no people in my shot.
He bless him. He didn't know. He said it was one of his first ones, and that's why. But I'm hoping that everybody is really thorough, and we do stress that up to everybody.
Wow, this is nice. Ninola Blessing from Nigeria. Nice. Kafil, you put together a really nice curation. And Mike, thank you for selecting Kafil's. And this is his work there. All right.
Yeah, I like it.
Very
It's very
good.
commercial. You'll see a lot of this type of artwork in hotels and that sort of thing.
Okay, I want to tell y'all, this artist here in the room, Sonny, was like worried about consigning his pop art because he didn't want to offend people, and he had offended people by telling the truth with his memes and had people unfollow him somewhere or not. And I said to him, please be true to you, and if you enjoy making it, make it. We're a meme culture. Well, he has been making memes, and he wants you to know there's memes on Vitruveo. Hand
Sure,
drawn.
we can look at it. Look, people, whether they follow you or unfollow it is irrelevant. I never care about who follows me or who doesn't, because it's irrelevant. And I also sometimes wonder why people put such a big sort of importance on whether you follow them or not. I think it's quite irrelevant.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, if you look at artists like Bansky and these guys, they do a lot of political artwork, and it's very divisive but it's relevant and it's pop culture. And I think, like, just to echo off, what Southern Pride was saying, is you really have to find your own voice and find what's important to you and then run with it. Obviously, in certain parts of the country or certain parts of the world, you have to be careful with going down that road because of laws and certain restrictions in your country. But I think you really do need to be true to who you are. Bansky's he's a doxed artist. He doesn't, he hasn't revealed his identity because he's committed a lot of crimes with his art, because they started off as graffiti, but then it turned mainstream, and now they're worth in some cases 7 figures.
Okay, so unfortunately, I bought the first meme. I couldn't help myself because it was just too cool. And he was worried about offending someone. I'm like, man, if somebody's offended, oh well, they can scroll. They don't have to look. I mean, there's other options for them if they got their feelings hurt. They don't need to wear the shoe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
offend away, man. Offend away.
Yeah, I feel like anytime we do an update to Vitruveo, there's always, half the community that loves it and half the community that would prefer something else. And it's very difficult to live life trying to please everybody. It just doesn't work. And it makes you insecure as an artist. The best thing to do is be true to yourself, like Amanda said, and just roll with it.
Stay
Yeah.
true to your craft, because that's why you're creating it, and he was really getting joy from creating. He's like, I just tell the truth and it makes people mad. And I'm like, well, that's what memes do. We are a meme culture, and they usually are telling the truth and they are sarcastic, and that's just part of our culture. So of course we need memes, and these were hand drawn that he drew, and I thought it was so great, so courageous to come out of that and just shake it off and be brave, and he's getting sales. So bravo.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pick a random one here now. Mhm. Let's see what this is about. All right. This is interesting. This is Kizzy Digital. This is all primarily this says AI art partial, but I'm not sure about that. So guys, we left it as AI art partial. Kind of what that means is you've touched up something, from AI, but you got to be honest about that. And we'll eventually have tools and all that, but we definitely don't want Vitruveo to become a place that's, as Mike was saying earlier, is just flooded with Me Too AI art. So I have nothing against AI art, but I want AI art that actually is creative and uses pushes the technology, not just uses a generic kind of prompt, etc.
Yeah.
So hey, whose turn was it?
It's Southern Frieds.
Uh-huh.
All right. So which one would you have me choose?
Let's see. Oh, you've been taking them off. Okay, there's number. Oh wait, I'm at the wrong part. We're down here. What about 266?
That's what I was just thinking. So we think alike. That's good.
Yes, sir. That's a good one too. You're gonna like it.
All right. There you go. All right. These are some people. There are 3 with the same artist. I try to avoid getting too many from the same artist, so I'm going to get a couple from here.
I got you. I got you. Oh man, never to do that again. But I just saw the art. I didn't really go too deep in there, and as far
No problem. We want to. This is an interesting photo.
see, that's what happens when you don't look at who they are.
Yeah. Interesting. Hey guys, we have blown past our previous record. We are now at 1,094 viewers. So this is great. Love it.
Wow, that's awesome, guys.
I think I'm gonna go with this one since I do have a sweet spot for Japan. A Japan winter weather emotion. I like it. This is very cool.
The clouds are so cool. They're like so low lying. I don't know. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Let's do a quick check here on income. So where are we? Vibe 117538. All right, that's good. And let's look at my collection. Nice. I'm happy. Ooh, this is interesting. I don't know why that's happening. There. That was it's always going to be animation related. But yeah, the previews need to be fixed up a little bit. So some of these are fine. This one looks great. This one looks great. This one's broken. We got some work to do, guys. We got some work to do, but that's okay. That's what we are here for. We are continuous improvement. But this is starting to look good. What do I have now? 21 pages. So what is that? I think there's 24 to a page.
Oh,
Have I hit 1,000 artworks yet? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is it? 21 times 24. Ah, not even close. I got some work to do.
yeah. You got to catch up. Lots of.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, now we can do a little bit of our use our this is where it's important to start using metadata a little bit. So let's do some random word searches here. All right, so Mike, I'll start with you. Give me a word.
Let's try with emotion.
Emotion.
It might be too vague or too specific, but
got some good ones here.
okay.
All right, pick one.
Let's go with that first one, the Sad Girl 2, center in the middle.
Nice.
Very pretty.
I like that one, actually.
Yeah? Go with it.
What do you think? Yeah?
Yep, that's the one I had in mind.
All right. All right. Done. Done deal. All right. So we got one emotion there. I'm trying to remember what I'm supposed to do at this point, because I know the back button still has problems. Let's go. Yeah, we don't do that. Okay, I picked the exact wrong thing I was supposed to do. So, okay, that one's gone now. So, do you want to choose another word, or should I choose another one from emotion?
You choose this time.
Okay. I will choose. I will choose love.
Mhm.
What you got?
It's a really good time to remind everybody to continue to work on that metadata, because people will start to search for your artwork given certain keywords. So try to come up with as many keywords as you can.
Well, actually, as I said, as I demonstrated last time, this feature where we make an embeddable version of search. Well, guess what? That keyword is driven by the content of a page where that search is embedded. So if the page has a key theme, and we do a sentiment analysis and a word analysis of the page, if the keywords on the page are then passed to the search, so when you show a page, it shows you the artworks relevant to the content of the page.
Oh, that's cool.
Right? So that's already works. I'll demonstrate it a little better tomorrow. So if you have not done your work in terms of your metadata, as I keep saying, you're not going to make any money because your work won't be visible at all. You'll miss out on thousands and thousands of page impressions, because we are creating AdSense, the equivalent of Google AdSense here. And so your work will be invisible. No one will see it because you didn't spend 15 minutes. That's it. 15 minutes of your life on each artwork is what you need to spend.
And y'all made it easier where you could clone and not have to do so much,
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that that a lot of people may not understood that it's going to be like automated like that. And they're so just used to having to sell themselves and having to do a certain amount of steps. So, them getting used to something that they've never had before, because we've never had the option, which is all brand new.
Yeah. I think people will figure it out. People will figure it out when they see why other artists are getting
right, exactly,
sales and they are not. Well, the difference will be metadata. It's that simple. I like this.
Yeah.
Let's get that one. All right, your turn, Amanda. Give me a keyword.
A keyword about impressionism. Is that too vague?
That's
Or then the vibrant and impression.
But more, I was thinking more like a normal word, not just a style or something, like just an everyday word,
Like a
like
baby,
table or
baby,
something like that.
Baby.
Baby?
baby. Yeah, because these are be drawing some beautiful babies. So I love babies.
Oh, wait, sorry.
Or a mother with a baby. Like I've seen a lot of mothers and
There we
baby
go.
art too.
Baby. There's your favorite artist, Mike.
Oh, see,
Yes, Sienna.
aren't you glad I said baby?
I've collected, I think, about 9 of her artworks. Yeah.
So here's a little baby elephant. Anita. Anita is an artist from the United States. Expressive oil paintings. Nice. All right. Let's check that out. How about a baby elephant? Yeah?
Of course,
Yeah.
you know why not? I love
We
elephants.
did turtles, so let's go to
Yeah. All right. Congratulations, Anita.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
he's so cute.
All right. We go back to dealer's choice for a bit here. Dealer's choice. Like it. What we have? Oh, I didn't reset. All right. Recently sold. So now I'm gonna go look for. Ooh, I love this one, Tanya. This is really good. Tanya is an amazing artist. I love her work. All right,
That's beautiful.
this is gorgeous. Tanya is a photographer from Moscow. Very cool. What we got here?
I really want to kick off that that thing that we were talking about, Nick, about the judging competition. And I'm going to start working with Pam on that to see if we can get that thing up and moving.
Yeah, Wayden is a great, is an amazing artist, a good person, a good friend. Had the opportunity to have both breakfast and dinner with him in Mumbai. I love these. These are interesting. Wow, which one? I kind of like Maya. So this is
They've been going crazy over the apes in the Telegram the past couple days. I think they use Maya. Yeah, that's great.
so
It's kind of cool.
yeah, she's wearing traditional Indian sari and blouse, and then has all the high tech. Very cool.
She might be good for our gaming division, Nick,
Yeah.
to design some features and assets.
Yeah. So yeah, Graydon, he's definitely cool. Yeah.
Okay.
He is a professional VFX illustrator slash
Oh,
animator.
okay.
Yeah.
Super cool.
All right. Oh, Art Media has a good point. Search for pop art. Yes. 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 I love pop art. So let's just search for pop.
Because of art, that's why I wanted to learn to draw, and I don't know how to draw. So I started January 1st, and I draw a little bit every day to learn.
Art Media, you wanted me to see this one. I know. I like it. It's amazing. Art Media Mix is an artist from Greece. Pop Girl 1979. Nostalgic inspiration. Like it. Cool. Done. Beautiful. Oh, wait. I need to figure out. I need to talk to the team about how I should navigate this because I'm doing a lousy job. Yes. This is yours. Nice. Vampire Hunt, Color Streak. I love pop art. You know what I crave, but no one does? I crave pop art that's got a Bollywood flair to it. No one's doing it. I would eat that up. Chromatic collage.
There's
Interesting.
not a whole lot of pop artists in the space, to be honest with that we've found. There's a couple of people, so maybe it'll encourage more people to draw.
Yeah. So I like the movies. I like pop culture. That's why I regularly pick that up. It's great. I'm gonna get this one. I think I do reset search, but that loses my keyword. So actually, I'll just search pop culture because I specifically like pop culture. Catwoman. Ooh. Oh my gosh. You did that. You did this. You're back to the 80s. The Back to the Future. I like it. Nice. Yeah, I'm surprised pop culture gives me only that.
I
Um,
did those collages last year, like about 2 months after my son died, and I got lost in those to just keep my mind from going on overdrive. But I think there was like 12 total, and I saved them all this time until we got over here because they were so special to me. I was like, I just don't know where to put them. They can't go anywhere. They can't just go anywhere. So they've traveled with me this whole time until we were able to consign, and that's where they went. I may have one or two that's left that didn't sold, but I did 70s, 80s, 60s, 90s, cats, dogs. I did a theme of, bunches of them, but that's the traditional cutout and paste, layers. I love those, making those.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
Oh,
That's
oh.
heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking.
It is, but it's okay. Only because I know he's okay. I believe in life after death, so I know that he's where he's at. He don't hurt. So and I know he's always with me. Somebody told me about a week ago. I'd never heard this before, but they said to me, "Well, did you ever think of it like this?" And he said that he could help you more from where he's at than he could when he was physically here.
Hmm.
And that just was a whole nother perspective of thinking like, you're right, because there he has wings, he protects us, he actually does help me more from where he's at. And so, he had a sad life. It was just unfortunate circumstances that took him down that road of self-medication. But
Yeah.
he didn't OD. He made himself sick and had an infection, had a heart valve transplant, and then subsequently died 4 months. But he turned 30, and I had him 30 whole years. He was an amazing boy to me. He loved me, and I loved him. And his bad decisions didn't define that. That's what I will always say. He was a good son, and so I was blessed to have him over 30 to have him 30 years. So
Yeah.
left me these two babies. That's where I'm sitting at, is the house that he lived in.
Mhm.
But he's got a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 6-year-old. So, my cup runneth over. And I still have my 27-year-old son too. So there's still lots of love, and I can't let it just put me in the ground too, because it will if I let it. So
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. All right, getting back to my slides here about Vitruveo, I see some questions in the audience again about converting to crypto, etc. We just want to be very clear that we are still in development. We are still growing. There isn't enough liquidity yet to cash out. So what we are more focused on is helping artists get to long-term income, which means investing and getting to revenue share, etc., and not be looking at the single sale model. So if you're a creator who's looking for immediate income, please come back, revisit us at the end of the year, and we'll be ready for you. But right now, we are for those creators who believe in joining us on this journey of innovation and helping us build out this platform, and who are okay with holding on to their Vitru that they earn, because there's ways to grow that through staking, through rebasing, through the revenue share, etc. So that's what we would encourage you to do. So if you are a new creator who is not yet on Vitruveo, you should visit studio.vitruveo.xyz to consign your first artwork. On Vitruveo, you never mint. Artists will never mint. You always consign your artwork because we put all artwork on the blockchain. It's only minted as a token when it's licensed by someone. And we are also creating a model where it's not important to just have NFTs as a way to monetize. We are creating many diverse ways for you to monetize your artwork. So consignment is the key to that. If you're already in and having any problems, if you have comments, if you have feedback, please visit our community Telegram. That's where you can share ideas, discuss them, and get community members to help you. As I said, we are a small community team, and we don't have a professional support or anything like that. It's all community support. Please go to dreamverse.vitruveo.xyz. That's where you can join our Telegram and get support from each other. And there are also folks like Pam, Doc, Martin, etc., who are there, who will take your feedback. And when we need to, the dev team needs to deal with it, they'll triage the information for us and bring it back to us. All right. So we are now at about 12:30. I think we probably should start thinking about wrapping this up here. Let's take a quick check on where we are revenue-wise. So we increased revenue significantly, rev share significantly. I'm not sure if I met my goal in terms of the spend, because I did not blitz today. I went a little slow, slower than usual.
Yeah,
But
that Southern talking person on here that will keep you sidetracked.
well, that's it's
Kidding.
okay. We had good information.
They've been
Yeah, we're pretty close. We're pretty
Everybody-
close.
Everybody's happy. They saw the new stuff. Yeah. Tomorrow's gonna be y'all
So-
all be at the download. So everybody be there and get the update. Keep up with your project.
Yeah, I'll go back and collect some more offline also. But I think this is a good point for us to wrap up. So tomorrow we will reveal the new brand. So please join us at 10 a.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. UTC for our weekly roundup. So that's where we talk about the whole platform and everything that's going on. We'll also be releasing some new and exciting features by tomorrow, including the edit price feature. So look for that. And we're going to have an interesting feature we will have for discovery. So that's bound to be of interest to people, especially because not everyone can be on that first page all the time, right? Yeah, that's very challenging to do. So we are solving that problem, and let's see if our solution is any good tomorrow. But thanks, Mike. Thanks, Southern Fried. Appreciate your help here, your comments, your camaraderie, and your support for the platform. Love it, and we'll see you all again. Do you guys want to see anything in closing? So let's start with you, Southern.
Oh, I just want to say I love y'all and thank you for having me. It was my pleasure, and I want to do this anytime you want to buy art together. I love it. I love
You
talking to them too sometimes because I love the artists.
Yeah, we love you too.
Yeah, thanks for everybody joining us today. Obviously, there's a lot of art that was sold today, which is awesome. But tune in tomorrow for tomorrow's download. It'll be 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The weekly AMAs that we have are really geared for the holders of Vitruveo. And we're going to be going over a lot of updates on the blockchain, as well as some of the other verticals that we're building out. So if you're interested in learning more about Vitruveo and how you can build sustainable income, join us tomorrow at 10 a.m. And really start coming to those weekly AMAs, because that's really where you're going to learn the crypto side of things and really learn how to generate and turn your art into sustainable income. But thanks so much for joining us today, and we'll hopefully see you tomorrow.
And I'd just like to close out by saying we did a record 1,240 live viewers on this.
Hey, that's amazing.
So this has been the highest one ever. So
Uh-oh.
great. So love you all. Thank you so much for joining on this Blitz, and see you tomorrow. Bye.
Okay.
Mwah.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, Mike.
Bye, Southern. We'll see you soon.